Welcome back to the Daily Spark. This week's theme is grit and motion, and today's episode is fall forward. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's the training ground for it. Welcome to the Daily Spark. I'm Chad Brocato, and this week we're putting grit into motion. And today we start with a hard truth. If you're not failing, you're probably not growing. Most people are afraid to fall, but the truth is you can't rise without falling first. Sara Blakely was selling fax machines door to door when the idea for Spanx first hit her. She wasn't in fashion, she wasn't funded, she didn't even know how to write a patent. But she had a problem to solve and enough grit to keep going. She took $5,000 of her own money and began prototyping shapewear using a pair of scissors and sheer determination. Her first dozen pitches were all rejected, mostly by male manufacturers who couldn't see the need. But she kept going. She refined her pitch. She learned the language of an industry that had never made room for someone like her. And then came a break. One mill owner agreed to help after his daughters convinced him the product was genius. But the work didn't stop there. Sara designed her own packaging, cold called Neiman Marcus to get a meeting, and even modeled her own product in the ladies' restroom to make the sale. Spanx became a billion-dollar brand. You heard that correct. A billion-dollar brand. But it was built on 1,000 rejections and relentless efforts. And what's most powerful is this. Sara credits her success to how she viewed failure. As a child, her father would ask her at the dinner table, "What did you fail at this week?" And if she didn't have an answer, he was disappointed. Not because she failed, but because she hadn't stretched herself. That's the mindset of growth. That's falling forward. I've had my share of falls, wrong calls, missed opportunities, public stumbles. But every one of them added a layer of clarity, sharpened my leadership, and taught me something school never could. You've got to put yourself out there. You don't have to be perfect. You have to have a desire. You have to see problems and be the person who sees the solutions. Here's a reflection prompt. What would you attempt today if failure weren't something to avoid, but something to learn from? And for your daily spark message, you don't need a perfect plan. You need a bold step. Progress isn't polished. It's gritty, messy, and real. But it's how every breakthrough begins. So don't be afraid to fall. Fall forward. Thank you for joining this message of the Daily Spark. I hope you enjoyed the story. I look forward to seeing you again. Until then, be well.